Alright, what is geometric sequence? Now here's the other problem that I want to do for you guys that I haven't done yet. Yeah, my pocket granola bar. Okay, the fourth term of a geometric sequence is 125. The 10th term is that number, 125 over 64. Find the 14th term. Ooh, assume that the terms of the sequence are positive. And so we know that they're not alternating signs. We know that this is a geometric sequence, so we know what kind of rule it's going to look like. Let's write out things that we like. Like we like writing a sub 10 equals 125. That way we can see that 10 right there. No. That's not a sub 10. That's a sub 4. What was a sub 10?
125.
Okay, now some of you weird geniuses, you might be able to figure this out without seeing an example of it, but I'm just going to show you guys an example. It's kind of a pattern that you can use to solve other problems similar to this one. Okay? Now keep in mind, this is the 10th term. This is the 4th term. And I kind of spoke about this before. If you have the first term, how do you get the second term?
You just multiply the first term.
You just multiply the first term by
The first term.
the ratio. Right? It's not always the first term. Sometimes the first term equals the ratio. That's not in every case. Like the Domino's case, yes, that was true. Because Tati chose to make the first distance 1.5. But if she chose to make the first distance a different number, then our first term would not match our ratio. But in any case, a sub n, you guys know, is the first term multiplied by the ratio. And the exponent right here just tells you how many ratios you're going to multiply to that first term to get whatever term that you want. Okay, that's a lot of talking, Mr. Patey. A sub 1. If I was looking for a sub 1, I would have to know what a sub 1 is and multiply it times r raised to the 1 minus 1. Now, what is 1 minus 1?
0.
So, you're really like, what's r raised to 0 power? Don't say 0 or I'll smack you.
1.
Yes, it's 1. So it's kind of like this doesn't exist, okay? So a sub 1 equals a sub 1. If I go to a sub 2, I'm going to have to take a sub 1 and multiply to it how many ratios? 1 ratio. And then if I go to a sub 3, that would be written like this. You would say a sub 1, and you would multiply it times r raised to the 3 minus 1, right? Which is 2. So that'd be 2. And, that's the short way to write it. You can write it like this, though. A sub 1 times r. Right? 2 ratios.
And then that one's going to be like...
And then for the fourth one, we would take the first term and go r times r times r. How many r's? Just 3 r's? That's correct. Okay? So, let's look at the terms that we have and see if we can kind of figure this out. Okay, we know that to get the fourth term, we're going to take the ratio and multiply it 3 times to it, right? To get the 10th term, how many times would we multiply ratio to it? 9 times? 9 times? So, this is one way you can write the 10th term. You can say that a sub 10 equals the first term times r times r times r. How many times? 9 times? Dag, yo. Okay, I'm going to move this over. Okay, r, 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 r. How many r's am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? That is the 10th term. Yeah? Okay, let me simplify this a little bit and try to help you guys see what I'm doing here. We're going to use lots of substitution. A sub 10 equals 125 over 64. So there's substitution right there. Now, do we know what a sub 1 equals? Nope. Okay, so check this out. Now let's do some substitution. Okay, do you guys know what Wait, what did you just say? Okay. Do you guys know how to find a common ratio? When you are given a sequence, do you guys know how to find? Put your hand down. I'm not stopping. Do you guys know how to find a common ratio? You take one term and you divide it by its previous term, right? Okay. So, what I can do here is I can take this first term, a sub 1, and this first r, see this first r right here? Instead of that saying r, I can say that equals a sub 2 divided by a sub 1, right? I took a term, a sub 2, divided by its previous term. That equals r, right? Okay. And then I could take this next one, and I could say that this equals a sub 3 divided by a sub 2. I took one term and divided by its previous term. You guys see what happened? Yeah. Okay. And then I could take this next r, and I can say a sub 4 divided by a sub 3. Okay, so that takes care of this r and this r. So I have three r's that I just changed out right here. And the reason why I did what I just did is because, and I'm stopping right here because now I have a sub 4, and I know what a sub 4 equals. Okay, now watch what happens. How many r's do I have left? There's 6 r's, so this would be r raised to the 6th power, correct? Watch what happens. I put the a sub 1 over 1, and what happens to these a sub 1s? They cancel out, you know, they one out, I guess you can say. And then these would cancel out with that one, and that would cancel out with that one. And what am I left with? So, technically, 125 over 64 equals a sub 4 times r to the 6th. Do we know what a sub 4 is? Holy crap, this is awesome. Okay, 125 over 64 equals, oh my goodness, 125 times r raised to the 6th power. Can we find our ratio now? Yes. Holy crap, this is so amazing. How did math get like that? Oh, let's solve for r. We got to divide by 125, and so that's gone. And that's dividing by 125 is the same as multiplying by 1 over 125. These would cancel out, so I'm left with 1 over 64 equals r to the 6th power. Do you guys know what you would raise to the 6th power to get 1 over 64?
What did you get 1 over 25?
I got 1 over 25 because multiplying by 1 over 25 is the same as dividing by 1 over 125.
I'm lost.
Alright, I'll come back. I'll come to you in a little bit. Okay, let's get to this. What can you raise to the 6th power to give you 106 or 1 over 64? I'm guessing 2, because 64 is a pretty small number for raising to the 6th power. Let's try it. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is? Times 2 is?
16.
Times 2 is?
32.
Oh, 32 times 2 is the last one. So, r equals? Da, 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 da. Once we have our ratio, now because we have our ratio, we can find the 14th term. What do we need to know in order to find the 14th term now? We need to know what a sub 1 is. Can we find a sub 1? Let's see. A sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 over 2 raised to the n minus 1. We need to know this guy. So in order to know that guy, we can choose one of these terms. I'm going to choose this one because he looks nicer than the fraction. So I have a sub 4 equals a sub 1. Oh wait, what is a sub 4? That is 125. And then what is the n equal right now for a sub 4? Oh yeah, 4. Minus 1. And so that's going to be 3. What is 1/2 raised to the 3rd power? 1. That is 1 over 8 times a sub 1 equals 1 over 25. How do I get rid of the 1/8? Multiply by 8. Can you guys like go in your calculators and go 8 times 125 so I don't have to do the math? What is it? That's 1,000? Oh, what a pretty number. Okay, so my a sub 1 is 1,000. Can I find the 14th term? Heck yeah, I can find the 14th term. Let's do it. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Okay, little eraser takes a long time to erase big board. Okay, wise man once said. A sub 14 equals 1,000 times 1/2 raised to the 14th minus 1. Alright, so do you guys know what 14 minus 1 is? Oh yeah, 13. What is 2 raised to the 13th power? Can you guys tell me? Because it's going to be my denominator. 8,192. Better not be wrong. I'm making a video. It'll be your fault, Chasha. Okay, that is your 14th term. We win. We're done.